This video is for anyone out there having a bad day, bad week, month, year, or a bad life in general. I can relate to a lot of life's harsh circumstances, although I cannot relate to all of the worst case scenarios out there, because as messed up as I feel my past was, I know that it doesn't hold a candle to what some people's struggles have been. I recognize that, but I also acknowledge that my own personal experiences, struggles, pain, anger, all the emotions wrapped into it, they're valid. I don't need to dismiss them, because there's always someone else somewhere who's got it worse than me. But there's also plenty of people elsewhere that have had it better than me and are having it better. I think I'm in a place now, for the most part, where I'm pretty content with where I'm at now. I mean, there's always room for improvement, always room for the acceptance of abundance that one does not have. But I am going to be 50 this summer, and I feel like I'm in the best place mentally that I have ever been in my entire life. But as I said, I've had my share of experiences. I can relate to a lot of situations that many of you are probably dealing with or have dealt with. I guess what I'm trying to say is, we are all here to live out this experience, depending on what your belief system is. Maybe this is our one shot, our only time of suffering, and then we'll be free and clear. Or maybe you think we're going to have to keep coming back and starting over and starting over. I'm not here to debate belief systems. All I'm saying is, we're all here right now, for whatever reason, going through whatever we're going through, and we're just taking it a day at a time, trying to get through it, trying to live and learn, trying to figure everything out. When the rule book is flawed, and every time we think we got something figured out, something flip-flops or rug gets pulled out from under us. Guess what I'm trying to say is, we all are doing the best we can with our current circumstances, our current level of awareness, our current capabilities. And in the meantime, while we're trying not to give up and throw in the towel, to hang in there, it helps to connect with people who are going through what you're going through. Although there's a catch to that. It can help to have people that you can relate to, that can understand your circumstances. But sometimes it can hurt to keep those kind of people around you for too long. Because sometimes, you ever heard the saying, misery loves company? Sometimes we all hold each other back, pull each other down, because we don't want anyone to get out of their comfortable misery, because we want to stay in ours, but we don't want to stay in it alone. And seeing other people happier or having better luck than us can be a major bummer. So sometimes you might not want to be around perky, happy people. You want to stick with the negative, irritated people that are on your same energy level. But you need to, it's okay to marinate in that for a while, but we all need to strive to raise our energy levels, to rise above, to dig our way out of the pits of despair. And to do that, it helps to be around more inspirational, more happy, positive people who can lift you up, encourage you, teach you. I have my days of sinking into depression and self-pity, and my husband helps pull me out of those. Sometimes I can pull myself out, sometimes he has to lend a hand, and we kind of take turns with that. We're like a good balance. When he's down and low, I help bring him back to the brighter side of life. And he does the same for me. Sometimes it might be hard to see that there's a brighter side of life, but there really is. Despite all the craziness going on all throughout history to now, the patterns of constantly repeating the same bullcrap propaganda, and knowing the world seems to be run by this elite of people who don't give a crap about the majority of us. Despite that, it is a beautiful planet, and I think most people have good hearts. They have compassion. Humanity, for the most part, is good. It's just all the stress and crap everyone has to deal with brings out a dark side once in a while. For some, more often than others. What I do, what you need to remember to do, because it works, is keep thinking about the things you're grateful for, the things that make you happy, and a lot of times it's all those little things that we take for granted or that we forget about or that go unnoticed. And show appreciation for the people around you. Give them little pieces of recognition. Uplift them. We gotta all help lift each other up and remind each other to notice and be thankful for all the things in our life. I'll give you some examples. No-brainers, but sometimes when you're depressed, it's easy to forget. And I'm sorry, this could be a trigger for many people who might not have some of these things, but these are just some examples. If you have a car to get you to the doctor, to back and forth to work or whatever. If you have a job to go to have a paycheck to buy the things you need. If you have a roof over your head, whether it be rented, owned, temporary shelter, whatever. You have food to eat. If you do have a home of your own, you have electricity on. So many people around the world aren't lucky enough to have electricity, or if they do, they constantly have blackouts, brownouts, whatever they're called. Furnace, heat, central air or air conditioners. If you have those things, you're very, very fortunate. Not everyone gets those luxuries. Clothes to wear, whether they be new, used from thrift stores, yard sales, hand-me-downs, dug out of dumpsters, whatever. You've got clothes to wear, you're fortunate. If you have children to embrace, loved ones, partners, spouses, whatever the case may be in your situation. You may be estranged from your family, you might not be, but whatever family you might have, even if it's one person, you have them. How about these ones? In most parts of the world, you have sunlight every day, at least part of the year round, which gives you energy, vitality, vitamin D, all kinds of important things. It's really, truly important to our mental health to have sunlight. And the fact that the sun is the perfect distance from us to not fry us into ashes, not too far away to make us freeze over into frozen popsicles. How about that our air is breathable? Yeah, many parts of the world have pollution and stuff, but we can still breathe. We're still going every day. Your body, even though you might not be a health nut, you might have abused or still being abusing your body with alcohol, drugs, or bad diet, or whatever, poor lifestyle choices. But every day that you wake up, you're here another day. Your body's hanging on another day. That's a big freaking deal, especially as you get older. I saw a quote on Facebook the other day. I can't remember it, but it was like, don't think of it as how much time you have left. Think of it as how little time you have left, is basically what it boils down to. Everybody's always, I'll do it eventually, I'll get to it, or someday I'd like to do this, someday I'd like to do that, my goal is to do this. Well, when you get older, you don't think so much about, ooh, I got all this time, I'll do it eventually. You start to live more in the moment because you never know. So if you made it this far into the video, congratulations, and keep going. There's so many of us out there, we understand it's the struggle. It's hard to make yourself get out of bed some days or every day. It's hard to constantly be drowning in debt or just living paycheck to paycheck, never seem to get anything saved, or when you do, suddenly your car goes to crap, or somebody has to go to the doctor or get a surgery. It's just never ending. But I mean, that's life. And I guess if it was simple, we never had to strive for anything, need for anything, I mean, it would feel like there's not much point to it all. There'd be nothing to learn. We learn through our struggles, so I'm figuring out that struggles kind of suck, but they also are proof that you're alive. They're toughening you up, they're making you smarter, they're giving you experience with being alive, existing. I mean, we convince ourselves we're here for these major important goals. We got to achieve something, and we're always trying to figure out what that something is until our days are up and we've wasted our whole life trying to figure out that something. Well, maybe there is no something. Maybe the whole point of life is to just be, to exist, have experiences, have interactions, have feelings, empathy, love, live and learn, play, and not take things so seriously. And that one gets me. I know it's so hard to be told, don't take things so seriously. Yeah, easier said than done, but I think by the time we're on our last breath and we're got one foot in the grave, I think we probably will figure it out, but by then it'll be a little too late. And yeah, these world's billionaires and people that seem to be ruling the world and calling all the shots and twisting the rules and enjoying our suffering. But it is what it is. We just gotta do the best we can, make do with what we've got, and just try not to take things so seriously. I don't know. I'm not the best at this because I definitely have my share of down days. But I don't know. Maybe this video will be found, maybe it won't. Hopefully anyone that needs to see it will be led to it by universal forces or something, and it'll help on some level. I just wanted to let people out there know that you're not alone. Someone, somewhere, many people, many places can relate to your struggles. And we just gotta stick together, I guess. Anyway, I hope this has helped someone out there. And I hope you have a really most fabulous day today. May your day be stress-free and relaxing.